Listen up, partners. This is Good, Bad, Ugly on World Improv Network.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Alex.
My name is Asa.
I'm Jim.
And we are your astute wind counselors to get you through the week with any issues you want resolved or any problems you want us to tackle for you. Let's get to our first winner. Our first winner is Marcus from Golden, Colorado. And Marcus writes, Dear Win, is there any better way to end a long day of hard work or just laying around on the couch playing video games than a shot and a beer? That's a pretty good question.
Yeah, is there a better way?
Is there any better way than ending a long, hard day of work or video games than a shot and a beer?
You know, I think this has been debated. It's been debated, amongst philosophers for probably centuries.
Right.
I don't know about millennia, but at least centuries.
So at least since Kant.
Yeah, I mean, since early Enlightenment era.
Okay.
And from all the reading I've done,
Which is a lot. You're extensive because I know you're a philosopher.
yeah, you know, I mean, it's like all I do.
I know.
Yeah.
You know, I eat, sleep, and poop philosophy.
Yeah. And contemplate in between that constipation when you're not pooping.
Right. I mean, when I'm on the throne,
Right.
I'm thinking about philosophy while I'm digesting it and kicking it out.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
And from everything I've taken in, a beer and a shot is the best way. You know,
Wow.
so if that's what you're doing a great job.
Jimbo.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm not really on board with that. I feel like a beer and a shot is a slippery slope that's going to lead to more beers and more shots. I think the best way that I find to unwind is just I open up the Bible and I pick a verse
Yes.
and I just contemplate that verse for a couple hours.
Just one verse?
Yeah, because there's so much wisdom packed into every one.
Right.
Yeah.
And so much historical truth.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't know that, Jimbo. I knew you were like an astrophysicist and, that you think about the larger picture of life through numbers and equations and stuff. I didn't know you actually would sit there and stare at a verse within a Bible.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. There's so much wisdom with, and it's in the simplest verses too.
Which one's your favorite?
My favorite is actually the shortest verse in the Bible.
Okay.
Jesus swept. It's just a reminder to keep
Swept? He swept?
Yeah, Jesus swept.
Like with a broom?
I assume
You don't
so.
know. See, you thought about
See,
this. Yeah.
Well, exactly. This is it, though. There's so much interpretation. What does it mean? Did he keep his place clean? Did he win a series of sporting events against the same team?
Right.
It was Jesus. I mean, he could have done anything.
Right.
So it's a lot to ponder. The mysteries of the universe,
That is,
Christian ponder.
yeah. You know what? You're such a balanced, rounded guy, Jimbo. Marcus, I have to kind of lean towards Asa here on this one. It is really tough to beat a beer and a shot at the end of the day. However, I would say to gorge yourself like on vitamins and candy, because then you get such a sugar and mineral rush, right, that it just knocks you out without even getting the hangover from too many beers and shots the night before.
Do you have a vitamin of choice to recommend?
Little critters.
Little critters. Okay.
Yeah, just pound them.
So it's like the vitamin candy combo.
Exactly.
Those gummy worms?
Yeah, they're gummy vitamins, and they come in like 200 in a jar, and they're supposed to boost your immune system and provide you with more zinc and stuff. So you start off with a multivitamin, then you go with the omega-3s, and then you just pound these little critters, and they taste just like gummy bears. And before you know it, bam, you're zonked out. You're just like enriched with so many minerals and vitamins, it just knocks you out.
Like you pass out from vitamin toxicity?
Absolutely, which is as good as with toxicity as I can imagine.
I guess that's true. If you're
Can't argue with that.
All right. Well, in that case, let's go on to Aaron, from Dublin, Ireland, and he writes, Dear Win, do you think Apple should help the U.S. federal government out by trying to unlock seized iPhones from terrorists who have committed horrendous acts of violence?
Well, I'm just going to say, right, absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. Again, another slippery slope. We start doing it for heinous terrorists, then we're doing it for
half-assed terrorists.
Yeah, and then we're doing it for just normal people like you and me. And I'll be honest, my phone, that's my vault. That's where all my deep, dark secrets go. And I don't need anybody finding out my deep dark secrets.
Right.
You know, like who I've matched with on Tinder or things of that nature.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or what kind of Yelp reviews you've been writing or reading.
Yeah. None of your business.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Jim.
I
Jeez.
partially agree. I don't think it is as much a slippery slope as you fear it is, though. I feel like, yeah, the government should help because then we'll figure it out and we'll have the info and we won't need to do it again.
Right. So you're saying basically that Apple could provide the phone, or the government could provide it to the Apple, have a third-party contractor come in, work with Apple, so that's almost like that briefcase, like the Oscars when they give the award. No one supposedly knows in that envelope who won it. Right. And then they just get the information from that phone, they throw it in a trash pile, they burn it, they put it in a shredder, whatever, and then the government has it, but no one's got any trace of how they got it in the phone or anything like that. Almost like the Coke recipe sitting in a vault in Atlanta.
Yeah, and then and I don't think, because once they get the info and they figure out why the terrorists did their terrorism, then they won't need to ever do it again because they'll have solved that.
Okay.
All of terrorism will just be solved.
Yeah, I don't think.
So I'm not sure you understand how terrorism works.
I don't.
Or independent thought.
I don't differentiate one act of terrorism from another. I think they're all the same, and once we figure out one, then we've got them all covered.
I think what they ought to do, they should have a shot contest. Back to the first winner, Marcus. Shot in a beer, right?
Yep.
The government puts up their best representative. Apple puts up their best representative. They go mano a mano. Beer shot, beer shot, beer shot to the last one standing. Whoever's standing, that solves this controversy. If the Apple guy wins, government gets nothing. If the government wins, Apple has to give in to the government's demands. It's fair.
I bet the government would win. I feel like they already drink a lot.
You think so?
And I feel like they would just rig everything so they win.
Maybe. But, that's good old school way. Or count off steps and draw a gun. One shot only.
Can't we just get out a bat and have everybody put their hands on the bat, and then whoever gets to grip the end of the bat wins?
Yeah.
I'm your huckleberry.
Yeah.
Or what's that video game that Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Mobile Strike.
Mobile Strike.
Download for free in the App Store.
Arnold, welcome to the show. Would you like to weigh in on...
Yes, I would have to say that I would have to side with the government here, and this is the reason why. Okay? Only because we must protect ourselves. So I would challenge right now Cook from Apple to play a game of Mobile Strike with me. He can download it for free in his App Store, and we can play. And if I win, give us the information. If not, he can keep it. Jesus, Arnold, I appreciate you showing up. That was pretty nice. Yeah, you know what? I mean, Arnold that's it. I mean, can you go against...
How do we argue with the Arnold?
Yeah, the governor Arnold.
Couldn't have said it any better myself.
All right. Well, in that case, we're moving on to Catherine from Zurich, Switzerland. And she writes, Dear Win, is Hillary Clinton really going to be the next president of the United States? Hey, hold on a second. I'm still in the studio here. Let me weigh in real quick. No, absolutely not. And if she thinks she can win and she beats whoever the Republican candidate is, she can challenge me in a game of Mobile Strike and download it for free in the App Store, Hillary.
Okay, Arnold, I feel like you're just turning the Win Show into your own personal platform to advertise your endorsement here. And we, here at the Win Show, do not approve.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that if Hillary wants to be president, she has to beat me in Mobile Strike. Download for free in the App Store.
Arnold, is this going to come to blows? Because I will fight you in a pit.
Please don't do that, Jimbo. I'm a little bit older now, okay? I don't want you to beat me up like the new Terminators. I'm a T-2000.
Well then, glad to see we've come to an understanding.
Catherine, I don't know. I mean, Arnold thinks that was the answer, is that, you should battle him or Hillary should battle him in a Mobile Strike app game. But is Hillary really going to be the next president? Who's to say? We could just roll an 8-sided dice.
You know who is to say, Alex?
What?
Each and every one of us. When we go out to the ballot box,
right,
and cast our votes,
correct,
that's who gets to decide. We, the American people, or all the giant corporations that have paid the politicians money,
right, or the media, the lobbyists that help dictate the opinion.
Yeah, one of those three that's not us.
Yeah, good point. That's a good point. Well, then, you know what, Catherine, she might be the next president of the United States. I don't have much say in that one. Maybe Arnold does. And if nothing else, Arnold could at least be the balance, because he doesn't have to do it for
He will bring balance to the government.
Right.
He is the one the prophecy has foretold.
That's it. Matter of fact, he's in one of those verses that you were contemplating, I think.
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders?
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders could win.
Bernie Sanders.
If he got a fair shake, he could win.
That'll be the day.
He's getting, yeah.
I don't know if this.
What about if Bernie Sanders, finally has one more debate with Hillary and it's via mobile strike? Download it for free now in the App Store.
Arnold, what did we talk about?
Sorry, Jimbo, please don't hit me.
No, I think Arnold's got the right idea, though.
I'll tell you what.
There's no disagreement over who wins a round or a battle in mobile strike.
That's correct. You know what? And there's one more little piece of inspiration to get you the rest of the week, though. And that's Horoscope Corner.
Love, fortune, status. Let us do your astrological chart. Horoscope Corner on World Improv Network.
Hey, what up, Aquarius? You're going to be drowning in water unless you go to the World Improv Network on Facebook, like our group there. Check out the World Improv Network on YouTube. We've got a channel. You can subscribe. You can like some videos. Check us out on the iTunes. Check out the podcast, the World Improv Network podcast. Leave a review. Leave some stars. Subscribe. You can also check us out on Twitter at World Improv Net. Send us suggestions, or every Sunday night here on My High Sports Radio 1340. We out.
Thanks for listening to Win on Mile High Sports Radio. Don't forget to be a winner and interact with the cast by sending your suggestions or questions for each show segment throughout the week by hitting them up on Facebook at World Improv Network, on Twitter at World Improv Net, or by calling into the Mile High Sports Radio studio line on Sundays before or during the show. See you next week.